You know, I think I could probably. Hi.
Sorry, I was writing down everybody. Like I always try to like the newcomers from our lives. I'll always like message them after and say like, thanks for coming or whatever. But I always will click on it on my screen. But where I was starting a new live, it was gonna go away. So I was like trying to write them down.
Oh, okay. Yep, yep.
Hi, Rachel.
I reached out to Jocelyn afterwards. I know that you said that um, you hadn't had a chance, but I had no idea that we were even friends. But I sent her a message.
I did too.
Oh, you did. You did find out. Okay. Hey, Kels.
She did not message me back. I sent her a message and
Didn't mess with me back
I
either.
gave her my phone number and said call me or whatever. But
Yeah,
that's all we
you
could
can only
do.
do so much.
Yep.
Ken seemed pretty cool.
Hmm. Hmm.
Ken, yeah, 29 years.
Yeah, he was there the whole time. He was really cool. He had a lot of good. He said a lot of good stuff. Like
I know you like the words, don't you?
I love the words, and I just
So
don't
I
have
was.
them. Like I have the
Hey, N.
story and I have the experience, like to inspire people, but the words, like especially when it comes to like encouragement and stuff, like I get awkward. I was like, I have a like I got a guy. Hold on, like, you know.
So I think I've thought about that actually quite a bit because, we all have like our own little superpowers, right? And I think that you balance it nicely because while I may have the words, sometimes I'm taken as not being authentic, or maybe just talking, which sometimes for people that works. But like when you talk, like when I listen to you, you're much calmer, and sometimes people can take that as real in a different way. So, I mean, I totally get it. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you asking me to be there to give the words, fill in the things, and um, no problem.
I
So,
definitely
hey,
think you're a
Rachel.
great team. I was like, I have to get my backup in here because when it got deep, I had to get my boots on. I had to call my backup.
It got deep, did it? I appreciate you. That's right.
Hey,
Back
Rachel,
it up any day.
Kelly.
Hi, sorry, I
What
was
can I?
talking to my mom for a second.
It's all good. I was just talking to my mumsy.
I
Uh,
just literally sat in the drive-through at McDonald's for these freaking Grinch meals for over an hour. I just had somebody else on my other live. They was in the drive-through waiting on Grinch meals too. I'm gonna tell you right now, the pickle salt, the Grinch salt they put in them. Yeah, that's where it's at.
We did
wait,
pickled
what?
tater tots and French fries with one of ours not too long ago, and everybody loved it. They keep asking for it back.
I love that stuff.
It's like a pickle salt.
I'm down 100%.
Yeah.
It's so
I
good.
love pickles. What's up, Josh?
And
What's up, my guy?
and I got a
Yes,
pair
ma'am.
of socks too, so that's good.
Right?
What is that?
You get a pair of Grinch socks with your meal.
Yeah, you do.
Wait for
Grinch
where? Sonic?
sauce?
What? Say that again.
What's Grinch
McDonald's
sauce?
started their Grinch meal here in Ohio, at least today.
Let me see
Yeah,
if
that's
I
McDonald's
where they
started
were.
their
We're in
Grinch
Ohio.
meal in
Yeah.
Ohio, and you get a pair of Grinch socks,
let me see in
which
What
if you
does it
McDonald's.
don't,
consist of? What does a Grinch
yes,
meal consist of?
yeah,
So you can get a 10-piece nugget or a Big Mac, and then it comes with your fry, and then this amazing stuff called Grinch salt.
Grinch salt?
It's
What
like a
whoa.
pickle
sauce?
seasoning.
It's like a pickle
Oh,
seasoning and a pair of socks.
and a pair of socks?
So I'm
You get socks at
100% down
McDonald's
with the
now.
socks, but how does that read? I mean, like I get some.
I want to see the
Do I put
socks.
my? She just showed them. Yeah, they're cool.
I
Yeah,
would, I
I
would
don't
totally wear them.
necessarily understand the food with feet, thing. I'm not
Yeah.
understanding it, but hey, I mean, whatever sells.
You could totally coin that term. That could be somebody's new kink. Food with feet, right there. That's going to be your next live.
Really? You think I should infiltrate that? Yeah.
I mean, I've
can
had
you-
some crazy stuff on my live the last couple of nights, guys. Like, I don't even know if I want to do my live anymore. It's like, just, I'm crazy with it.
Can you touch your feet to like your nose, your toes to your nose?
Yes.
You
I
could
can.
totally do food with feet right there. You could like try to eat. Oh my God.
Well, okay. So, like, yeah, I would need your backup skills on that then.
Oh my gosh. Well, you want me to commentate in the background? Here she
Yes,
goes. She's
yes.
done it.
Yes. You do it for me all the time.
That's
It's
funny.
crazy.
I
I
was
never
wondering
eat
what
a
kind of
whole
chips you were
fry, and
eating.
I
Those are
ate this whole
Doritos
fry
with
on
ranch.
Oh, yes.
Is anybody weird like me and like lick the flavoring off the chip before you eat the chip?
Yes.
Yes,
I do
yes.
that. I do
Josh,
that.
you got down with
Definitely,
that?
yes. I definitely do that.
He's like, that's just weird.
We really don't even.
And a lot-
That's, I'm not sucking on anything.
A lot of people,
I didn't
they
say
look at me.
no,
I eat ranch
no,
on my
lick.
pizza.
No,
I do
no,
too. I eat
no.
pineapples and ranch on my pizza, and they're like, "What are you eating?" And I'm like, "It's good."
When I go to Rapid
Pineapple
Fire
and ranch.
around here, I have them put ranch on my pizza.
Yes.
I'm
I
down
love
with the ranch and hot sauce. You gotta have hot sauce with the ranch with the pizza, and then
Yes,
it can't-
like
for me,
you know,
it's gotta
I
be
thought
like the
I just
cheap
thought it
ranch
was a
too. It
southern
can't be
thing.
like that
I
Hidden
really
Valley.
did. I thought I was just crazy because I was down south.
No,
There's this
Ranch
pizza
and
called
hot sauce
jalapeno
all the
popper
way.
pizza.
Oh, that
Jalapeno
sounds
popper
good.
pizza.
Look,
And
Nick
it's
is
good. They
in
have a
saying
homemade-
jalapeno.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
They
down with the
have- they have-
jalapenos on my pizza too.
Yeah, they have
Does it
their
got
own.
cream
They make
cheese
their
on
own
it?
ranch. It's homemade. It's homemade ranch, and I get it on the side, and I dip. That's the only pizza I dip in ranch.
Really?
But it's the best pizza I've ever eaten. Yeah, it's in LaGrange,
Yeah.
Kentucky, and it's called. Yeah, Main Street Bourbon and
That's
Ale
not what
House.
you
If
had the
ever
other
go,
day.
that's
You had
the
just
best pizza.
plain Jane pepperoni the
Pizza.
other day.
Just pizza that was free, man. You know what I mean? You gotta take what you
I
can get.
mean, you
you
get how you live,
Pizza.
huh?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna say no. Pizza Hut's got the best crust, man.
Right?
That buttery crust.
Not our Pizza Hut. Our Pizza Hut sucks.
I don't. So
Oh,
down
man.
here we have mod, and it's completely brick oven.
Oh, yep. You hit a button there.
I'm
Living
sorry,
brick
I
oven.
had a phone call. But no, we have
Onion,
like brick
garlic, and
ovens
bacon.
down here. Like
Mm.
they literally make it in front of us and then throw it in the brick oven, and it is so good. Like to hell with Domino's, Pizza Hut, anything.
Yeah.
Nana, you're
Everybody
eating
wave
good
at the baby.
over there.
Everybody wave at the baby.
I'll be right back, guys.
Jerry said onion, garlic, and bacon. Sound
So
that's-
Jerry,
that's
you're
a
always in the
pizza.
comments. Do you like just like garlic seasoning, or do you like clove garlic that's like roasted on the pizza?
That's my
Hey,
husband.
Larry West.
That sounds
Oh.
good.
I forgot. I was
He's
like,
right there.
Jerry always keeps.
That's why I just said Leanna's eating good pizza over there.
33 years, Larry.
I
Wow.
can't even do pizza. I get such bad heartburn anymore. If I eat pizza, it has to be like in the morning because then by the nighttime it's like I guess settled. But if I eat
Just take your Prilosec, then just
something,
I
I need something.
Yeah.
Girl, over the counter and
I did
Meprazole
forget
right
Jerry.
now.
My bad.
Over the counter and Meprazole, you can buy it.
Yeah.
Even though I might have forgot exactly who you are. Oh my God, Jerry! Now he's laying it on thick. I guarantee I won't forget again. My bad. But I do recognize him, and I
Kizzy,
recognize
hi.
real recognizes real. So I appreciate you. You always being supportive and just awesome. Oh, Kizzy,
Yes.
Kizzy's here.
Yes, she's here.
Kizzy.
I want to say
Oh.
Kizzy's
I
awesome.
have an
So
ex named Kizzy, and so I'm like, whoa, bro.
Oh, did you just have a flashback?
I was like, what?
so Leanna,
She found me.
let Leanna give a plug in for Kizzy because Kizzy is fantastic.
So Kizzy is amazing. She does a live at I think she's in Central Time, like 4 a.m. Central Time. It's 5 a.m. our time and Eastern Time, and it's amazing. She had me on the other day. I shared my story on her live. She does little posts all the time, little inspirational things. I mean, she's got the words. Talk about having the words. She also does have the words. She's really amazing. She has a really inspiring story I haven't got to hear yet, but they said it was pretty good. So I'm excited.
So she is the one that you were in the live the other morning
Yes.
when I
Yeah.
popped in.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got your follow.
Oh, she followed me. I'm so sorry. I have not had a chance to follow you back. I am so sorry. I just followed you, Kissy. I am so sorry.
Awkward.
It's great.
That was awkward.
Yeah, that is an awkward moment because I went to follow her and it says follow back. And I'm like, I am so sorry.
Excuse me.
That's the second awkward moment. The first awkward moment was Jerry calling me out for not remembering that he was Leanna's husband. Like, oh, yeah, you even got introduced like
Yeah.
It's
He is
probably
awesome,
because,
man.
like, my name's not displayed, so like like if it would have said Leanna Cox, you probably would have put it together. But like,
No,
Right.
probably
Yeah.
not.
Right.
No.
I was trying to give you
Yeah.
the benefit
I'm-
of the
I'm
She
doubt.
said no
It
sorries
sounds
allowed.
good.
That is too sweet. But I mean that just makes me kind of feel bad.
Hey, tell him thank you for thank him for giving you this time to do these things because
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it because it is a partnership in a marriage, and so I really appreciate you. But I was just thinking this other day, like, man, I really appreciate Leanne's husband. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody,
Yeah.
He's
you
super
gotta,
supportive.
give people time. Yes, man. Thank you. Tell him we said thank you.
Yeah, and he's not in recovery. He literally knew nothing. Like, his parents did an amazing job of keeping, like, he knew nothing. And so it's really great that, like, he was super shocked, like, when you could see it, like, he had never heard anything like what I was saying, but he's been nothing, like, from day one. He's been super supportive. When I told him I wanted to start my podcast, like, I went back and forth, like, and he did nothing but encourage me. Like, he really is amazing. I'm super lucky.
So do you find him like saying like, "Hey, Leanna, why don't you go hit up that live real quick? Don't you got something to do? Like, I'll make you dinner. Just go do your thing." Has he done that yet?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
Don't you have something to do? When's your live?
Yeah, Kizzy.
We are a fan.
When you
That-
said that day, your testimony, maybe somebody else's survival guide, like that hit so deep with us. Like,
Yeah.
I
It's on
mean,
our
I
wall.
really,
It's
yeah,
so
she recognized that just in the comments there, and it just
No.
been it's going to be there.
I
That's
just
amazing.
I love that y'all kept it up there because it's so true. And I want people to know that their story is powerful and their story will help somebody. Somebody will relate because all of our stories are
Hey,
different,
Wes.
but our journey or our journey's the same, it's just, it definitely can be somebody's survival guide.
Absolutely. Like that.
100%.
That hit with me so hard when you said that. Like, because that's what this is all about. That's my podcast, not necessarily this live. But it's just all about sharing our story, and that's what I think. I think we should share our stories, and
Hey,
people
Wes.
do get caught up in like I don't know, there's a stigma around sharing, like we're not supposed to war story and stuff. And I get that. Like, we shouldn't glorify. We shouldn't say, oh, it's so cool, but we should definitely share our experiences so people know that they're not alone and that they're like, because for me,
Absolutely.
it's a big thing. Yeah.
Well, I just think that there's we shouldn't, they say we shouldn't share our war stories and stuff, but I think that people need to hear the depths of hell that you can go to and then come out of it. There's always, where we come out of it, but they do need to know the depths of hell that you can go into.
I totally 100% agree, and I think unless I missed it, I think that should go to the people who have never dealt with addiction too.
Absolutely. Yes.
So Mumsy was just asking me like what sober curious is, because I was talking about where you're at, what you were doing the last live, and I said it's kind of two part. It's for the people who are using and are curious about becoming sober and want to learn more information, but it's also for those who are maybe I'm the partner of an addict, and
Yep.
maybe I occasionally have a drink, but I've never dealt with addiction before, and I don't know the influence my actions can have on my partner. So maybe I want to become sober curious, or maybe it's not even a partnership. Maybe it's just a friend, or just
Right.
to pull somebody
Sibling or
else.
anybody. Yeah.
Yes. So
I
it's
love
the
that y'all
dual
were
thing.
talking about that. That's great. That
I
is
just,
Yeah.
I just met with a woman
well, I won't meet with her anymore. My coworker will because she won't do any of my groups. But her thing is alcohol. And she just flat out refused. She was like, I'm not meeting with anybody that did this, this, and this. I said, listen, I don't know if you know this or not, but like AA became a thing early on, I said, and then Narcotics Anonymous came afterwards because they found similarities and they looked at the similarities of each other, not their differences. And she still like flat out refused to speak with anybody that's done more than alcohol. And I'm like, I
Well,
get
Bill
it.
Wilson-
However,
That's a really good point,
Congratulations, Steve.
Rachel.
You're 5 months sober. I'm proud of you. 5 months.
Yeah,
straight. Steve, down there in the
congratulations.
comments. Congratulations, man.
Keep going.
Sorry. Yep.
No, that's a real good point, Rachel, because if you really look at the Just for Today and the daily reflections, they correlate with each other, maybe not on purpose, but they do. Because we
They
read them
do.
every day, and they correlate with each other big time.
well, I don't
Yeah.
I don't work a full on program anymore due to like how the recovery has changed in my area.
Right.
However, I do know that Bill and Bob started something and Jimmy K and his little friends jumped in on it later on in life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they
Yeah, and
were
Bill Wilson was on more than alcohol. And he
Yeah.
talks about it in his story. He was on barbiturates and belladonna. That's just straight poison. You know what
Yeah.
I
It
mean?
doesn't- like,
And
it doesn't-
while he was
it doesn't-
sober, he had like 20 years sober, and he was on acid for 5 years.
so it doesn't
forgot
matter
You know
about
what I'm
that.
saying? So
either. And that's what I try to tell people. Like, Leanna knows my friend Fauna. She's my coworker also. She's not like she's experimented with alcohol in the past. She's what she would call a recovering binge drinker. But she realized we have so many similarities.
Yep.
I went like to the streets. I love that, James.
I'm sorry.
Like I went to the streets and she didn't, but there's so many similarities, and that's why her and I get along so well.
And there are similar, like, you know, we, in our addiction, maybe we took different paths, but I'm just going to say this. I mean, there's a stigma on street drugs and alcohol, right? Alcohol is more a vanity drug, they say, you know, and, you know, with street drugs, you're out on the street, you're doing this, you're doing that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I did things for alcohol that I'm not proud of that I guarantee you people did on the street, and
I
vice
know a lot of
versa.
people right now that do. A lot
Absolutely.
of people right now that do.
Absolutely.
and drinking, people get hung up on titles. Drinking and drugs weren't the problem. So if you get down to the root causes and conditions, even go deeper than the root cause of the conditions, the brain chemistry is we all suffer from. If you have inherited the gene of the addiction, we suffer from a dopamine.
Yep.
We don't get the same drip as normal people get, right? So what does alcohol and drugs do? It gives us a rush, a spike of dopamine. And so that's what it kicks off our addictions, right? So, like it's all the same. It's just that we just pick a different tool or path to get there. You know what I mean?
Well, just like they say, you know, drugs and alcohol weren't the problem. It was us.
I love how you're
Yeah, we were already
using the
terrible
code words
discontent.
because I need to get better at that.
Yeah, me too. I want to say, you know, we were just talking about like sober curious.
Did I use the code words?
It could help people or whatever. And then when Josh was just explaining about the dopamine, my husband he said, "Is that true?" And I said, "Yeah." Like, you know, like it really does educate people. Like people, you know what I mean, that people don't know. Like that. I don't know. Like just, I love this. I love that this is growing and helping people. Like it just makes my heart so freaking happy.
Well, education is what's needed. You know, I mean, that's.
Yeah, if you want like a really helpful video, I trust Dr. Burns Brady. Oh, Dr. Burns Brady has a YouTube on the biosocial model and he founded a homeless shelter in the Healing Place, which he died a couple years ago. But watch that video; it'll make you a lot smarter on addiction. And it comes from a doctor, and he specialized in addiction for 40 years. But he was also Bill Wilson's doctor back in the day too.
This person that just popped in, OG, was just on our last live, and I want to introduce, because OG has done a couple 60 days of sobriety, but now is a weekend and is headed to within like 2 days, right?
Yeah.
To a treatment center to admit herself, and I'm really proud. Early recovery, a lot of strength, a lot of just willpower and courage. I'm just so proud.
Man.
Yes,
Resilience.
yes. And not knowing what's going to happen. We were just talking about like, what is this recovery center? I don't know what I'm really getting myself
You
into.
are facing that fear and kicking its ass.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to totally shout out to OG, and if you want to add anything more to that, feel free. This is like the home group. These are the peeps right here. We're all in support of that.
Oh, we're so proud of you.
Guys.
Thank you. I want to give a shout out to in the comments, Barney the Bass. They said, just in case no one told y'all to this today, I'm proud of y'all. Stay strong, and you stay strong, and you guys, stay strong. So thank you for that. I don't know if he's still in here, but that's amazing. I just want everybody to hear that he said that.
OG, you really are resilient, man, and you really are facing that fear of the unknown. And I don't know you, but I am so proud of you. And I know that feeling in your gut right now, that in your stomach that you have, that nervousness. And, you're going to do great. You're going to do great. Just go in there with an open mind and a willing heart.
I haven't been home since May, and I'm like an hour away right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've been on this bus for 2 days now.
Oh my gosh, my tears are like literally falling on my phone. Just a minute.
Do you have family?
That's
waiting
awesome.
on you at home?
No, I'm not gonna get to see my mom until after I get out. But to be fair, she's the one that helped me get back home, and she had no reason to help me at all.
Oh.
So you were on a bus cross country, left the person that you went out there with because they were kind of abusive and co-signing your BS, or you being a knucklehead, or the troubles with the addiction, and here you are on a bus going back. That's
brave.
That's so awesome. I'm so
there's
What's
a lot
up,
of
Luke?
people back home that do not want to see me back there, so it's scary, honestly.
Trust me,
But you're
I
doing it.
had multiple prison numbers, and I'm still in the same community from which I did all that crap. And for me to come back to that community over and over and over and over again, all of that high potential that James used to have or still has, whatever, and then just disappearing. There's lots of people who probably would have been okay never seeing me again, but here I am. I'm showing face, and now it's the better me, and I've gotten better and better. But I can relate to having to face that in a big way.
And I think, that's so cool. Like you, and I know Trinity, she shared, like, you guys are still in your same hometown. I see your little pet. That's so freaking cool. But, you guys are strong, because I had to get away. And again, like, it was a little different for me because it was, like, in my home. But still, like, I don't think I could have lived, like, in the same area just with all the people. Like, I don't know. You guys are so freaking strong. Kudos to you.
I don't know. For
Good
me,
job,
it's just
OG.
I've been running for too long. Like, it wasn't helping at the end of the day. So I figured maybe the one place I've been trying to get away from so long and so much is probably the place I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
Because whatever makes us uncomfortable makes us grow.
Yes.
Oh, is that what you were gonna
I
say,
just, yeah, I
Leah?
said we're not supposed to be comfortable. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You said it much more beautifully. I love the words. Like I'm big on that's what me and James were just talking about. Like I have the experience to like my story is very inspiring and stuff, but I don't have the words. I stumble. I'm really stumbly. So like I love
You have great words, Leanna.
She does.
You ready for
Comfort is a killer when you're called to greatness.
Yes, dude, I love that.
I used to always say that if everything was meant to be comfortable, then nothing would ever change.
Amen. Dopeless, can you say that one more time?
Comfort is a killer when you're called to greatness.
Comfort is the killer when you're called to greatness. I love that.
So Kizzy, I don't know if you know Dopeless. He wrote a book. He wrote 2 books actually. I had on my last live a minute ago. I had a page of it put up. They're like little stories, and they have like a scripture tied in. Sometimes a step tied in. They're really really cool. I love them.
Awesome.
Absolutely. There's one called The Flip Side, different sides of the same coin, and one called A Friend of a Carpenter and a Man Named Bill. Is that right? Was that right, Josh? Okay. Yes. So.
Okay.
Yeah. He also has very good words.
Wow.
Yeah. Very good. Do you have any stories, Josh, that comes to mind? I can give you one.
Yeah, I didn't know that you had written books. I've seen you around and stuff, but I didn't know that you had done that.
Yes, ma'am. You're the second
That's
Kizzy I've
pretty
ever
awesome.
known. The first one didn't end well, so let's work on that.
I'm kind of tripping a little bit that you knew another Kizzy because I've only met 2 in my life.
I've never met one.
Yeah.
Well,
She used to
let's
say the same thing.
let's not end this in a bad way. How about that? Deal?
Yeah, let's do that. Deal. I know. James said there's Kizzy, and I was like, do what?
Dude,
Found me.
what?
Oh my god.
I heard that.
And then it was just you.
I
was
saw
like,
his
oh,
face, man. I saw your face.
Yeah. I was like,
So as we're going into our little group here, and as we're just chit chatting, I was talking with Leanna a little bit earlier today and last night, and we can just present a topic. We can talk about it. We don't have to cut me off and correct me, but is boundaries, personal and professional boundaries, how to set them, what that's like, what it was like before setting boundaries, what it's like now setting boundaries, how it applies to your recovery. There's a whole big space of boundary setting that we could probably fill, a long time, and especially with many people here. So I'm not going to talk first because I always talk first, but boundaries and
I'll
whatever. Josh, take it off, bub.
yeah, so that's really, I thought forgiveness meant full access, after I got sober first. And so I let people in my life because they, weren't working a program, but they did amends to me, but they weren't working a program. So they just fell back. They had a moment of clarity, but then they fell back to their old, because that's who they ain't never changed. You know what I'm saying? But a person can't have a moment of clarity in a moment and be like, oh, okay. And so I let people back in and gave them full access when I shouldn't have. I should have set up healthy boundaries or guardrails, I like to say, not boundaries, because guardrails are just there to protect me, and I didn't. And it's not the main culprit of my relapse, but it played a major role in it. You know what I'm saying? So boundaries are so important. And so now when I talk to people or meet people, man, I set up boundaries. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, whoa, hold up, fella, big fella, pump your brakes and back up a little bit. You know what I mean? And I make sure, because my sobriety has to come first before anything, even if it means having uncomfortable conversations with people, but like I had to have one with my daughter, and I was like, look, blah, 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 I can't do this or that because, and if I'm not spiritually well, then I'm not good for nobody. So it's better to have me in small doses than not have me at all.
Yeah, for sure.
When when I like when we were talking about boundaries and like we're talking about the topic we were gonna have, like what came to mind for me is like sometimes like the extreme boundaries that we have to set. Like for me, it's with my family. Like I cut all contact with like my mom. My dad did pass away, but like my mom, I have a brother and a sister. My sister she's like locked up right now and she's calling, and I am like taking her calls, but like I have to like it's very tough, you know, and I don't know, it got brought up in when I actually did a live with Kizzy the other day, and we were talking about, you know, just like how sometimes we, even as addicts, we have to accept that the people that we hurt forgive us like on their own time. But then it kind of gets tricky when, like, for me, my mom, she's an addict, and I want to say like, oh, you know, I give her that grace and forgive her, but also, you know, because that's what I want someone to do for me. But also at the same time, it's tough because of all the trauma and the feelings, and like I should be able to have my time as well. Like just like my victims get their time, I should have my time as a victim from her. But then at the same time, I have like on the other side of my head, I'm like, oh no, you have to forgive her because you know, people forgave you and that's what you want people to do and you have to do that. And then on the other side, I have, you know, and it just, I don't know. And so for me, it presents like also like a mental struggle. So I have to set those boundaries, and it's tough because that's my mom. And like, not only is that my mom, but like I lived with my family, like my whole active addiction, like even into adult life, like back and forth, like Rachel actually knows my family. Like we were very close family. So for me to cut ties with him, it hurts so bad. And then like my brother is still out there using, and he was in he got locked up and had to go through a sober living, just not like back in April, I think. And like I had him all set up like perfectly, life on a silver platter, like come down here, and he just didn't, and I just want to strangle him. And but because like they get to me so much, I have to set those boundaries, and you know, and I don't really have a lot of contact with them, and it freaking sucks, you know. But sometimes we have to make those hard calls, and that's kind of what was on my mind about boundaries, and just to get off my chest, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm just torn because, you know, the addict part of me wants to forgive them because that's what I want, you know, I want that grace. But then the like traumatized child, I guess, inside of me struggles to give the forgiveness. So I don't know.
That's what, when you said that the other day, I completely related to you on that, because I always thought if I deserved a second chance and a third chance and a fourth chance, then who am I not to give that to somebody else? The reason why I decided that I was not going to do that was because my life before boundaries looked a lot like pain and toxicity. And once I set boundaries, it looks like peace. And I can't let anybody mess with my peace anymore. Exactly. Because peace leads me, no peace leads me down a very dark road mentally. And once I get to a certain place mentally, you better bet I'm going to drink. I don't care if I'm 8.5 years out. You get me to a certain place mentally, and I will drink.
Yep. Because for me, like my triggers, I don't really have a lot of physical triggers. Like even places and stuff really don't get to me very much. But it's my emotions, you know. Yeah. So if I in my mental, like if I get there in my head or my heart, that's when I fail. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I know that. So
absolutely.
I have to be super careful.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out real quick. My sister-in-law is in here. She's actually not my sister-in-law anymore. She was my brother for a long time, but she's clean. She's been clean for, I don't know, 5, 6 years. I'm not really sure, but she's here. I wanted to give a huge shout out to her. I love you, Kendra.
Awesome.
Congratulations,
we were talking
Kendra.
earlier about people that that we used with, and now we reconnect with in recovery, and it's just so freaking awesome. Rachel was a friend of mine. We didn't actually use together, but you know, now we're both in recovery and reconnecting later in life. So, like I said, Kendra's here. I've seen my best friend from childhood, Destiny. She's in recovery. She actually drove the 3.5 hours to see me a couple months ago. Like, it's amazing. Recovery is the new vibe.
It is the new vibe. Yeah, absolutely.
And I want to say one thing about boundaries is I pick and choose who I vent to. like I have an inner circle of solid people, and I don't vent to everybody because you can't trust everyone. You know, it's not trust; it's just better pick. I make sure my inner circle is solid. You know what I mean? And so I have like 3 or 4 guys that, not just my sponsor, that I just go, like my one buddy, I've known him for a long time, and I'm like, he thinks I'm a mess all the time because that's the only person that's the first person I vent to everything. So we don't talk about nothing but me going, man, this is bull crap, man. This is blah, 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 blah. You know, he does not think I got it together sometimes. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? You're my guy. I don't do this to everybody. You know?
I'm glad you said that because I had to learn discernment because I trusted everybody early in recovery. I thought, okay, I'm better. I can be trusted. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you. And I just wanted to vomit everything out of me. You know what I mean? Like all the traumas, all the everything. No, not a good idea.
No, it's not.
I had to learn how to practice discernment.
Yep.
So I'm gonna jump in on the boundaries, and then I'm gonna jump back out. I think the biggest boundary that I have to set is with myself, and what I mean by that is I have like the savior complex, and so I oftentimes want to extend myself more to other people when they're not even asking for help. And so I have to check in with myself and be like, look, they're not even asking for help. Or even when they do, I still have to make sure that I'm regulated and I'm centered and I'm not going above and beyond my means and capabilities, because in the past, that's what I would do. And if someone's shutting me out or not engaging or is just not actively as much into themselves as I'm into them, and it goes on like across the board. I oftentimes just find myself putting in too much, and then where am I left in the end? And I have to make sure that I don't do that. So I'm going to pass with that. That's my boundary issue.
I can relate to that. I have to set boundaries with myself, right? And then Leanna mentioned emotions because like I've been doing this for so long, right? Seeing someone use or seeing someone drink, like that doesn't trigger me. My emotions are 100% what trigger me, and it's not even got to do with like using anything. I'm getting upset and right away, and I say this all the time when I do like this curriculum. I will use off of my emotions. So I have to set boundaries with myself to not get in certain situations, to know when to speak, when not to speak. Is a conversation healthy for me to get into with this person or anything like that? I have my biggest boundary. I've already set the biggest boundary in my recovery that I've ever had to. That's walking away from my child's father before he overdosed and died. And now, like the ongoing boundary that I set every day is with myself. Do I want to step in a situation? Do I want to step in a conversation? Whether it's with family, friends, my clients, any of it, I have to set that boundary because I know where it can lead me. I'm not going to jump straight to anything, but I'm going to stick something in my arm before I stick something in my arm, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I would duct tape logic and faith and put them in the trunk and let my emotions drive me around, and then I'll be in the back seat wondering how I got here again. For real, if I let my emotions dictate my actions.
Yep. Bet. Yep.
That's real. That's one of the things because I have emotions now. Something does and it's justified. That's the ones that are hardest, but I'm a sick person, and I know I can't let emotions dictate any of my actions, or it'll just leave me one step away, and before I know it, I'm relapsing again, and I'm like, shit, man, how did I get here? And I look back and it's like I made an emotional decision. Then I made another one. Then I made another one, and then pretty soon you're so far gone, and you're too tired to even ask for help. You're just like, screw it. This is what I do now. I get out again.
That's why I pay attention to the situations before I step into them, because I can be like a very angry person. And I have a situation right now with my sister-in-law. I've set a boundary with her. This woman tried to threaten my job. She is a client where I work at. I don't have anything to do with her, but like I had to set that boundary. And my mom came in my room the other night. She's like, "Hey, so she told your brother she wanted to talk to you a couple days ago. He didn't tell her." And my only response was, "I'm busy," because I know if you're threatening something, like my kids are grown, I don't have to buy my kids school clothes and all of those things anymore. But you're threatening what I have built, and you're threatening that because you feel some type of way. You're not going to get the reaction that you want. I'm going to set that boundary with myself, because if not, I know where it's going to take me.
Amen.
I want to
Yeah.
know some, this is Kendra.
Emotional thinking.
Sister-in-law
My
I was just
sponsor told
talking
me, he
about.
said, Josh, it's not your decisions that you.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Hi, Kendra.
but he said it's not the decisions that you make, it's your process you make decisions.
Yeah, I try to always make, like, if I have any kind of big decision, I try to always think about it, because my emotions get me. So I've learned that in my life, that if it's something that stirs up emotion or makes me passionate at all, I try to take a step back before I make any decisions, because I already know.
I definitely have to practice pause a lot. Just pause.
Yep.
You know, for those 5 or 10 seconds, just pause and process it.
Yeah,
Get
sometimes
down.
it takes
Right.
all the difference.
And proceed.
A few seconds, you know what I mean? It tends to take 5, you know?
Yeah.
I've learned all the little tactics.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. James, you're muted.
I'm so excited that Kendra's on here, just so you know.
I know.
Happened to me too. Oh my gosh. I was just trying to plug in Luke or Mark on the boundaries, or anybody else who wanted, or Kels who wanted
Yeah,
to say
no,
anything.
for sure. How's everyone this evening? Yeah, this is an important topic. I'm a people pleaser, so it's
Yes.
the word no for me is even difficult in sobriety, even 2 years in sobriety.
Definitely.
Especially working with others. There should be a little bit of discomfort in service work, and what I mean by that is, if someone asks me for a ride to a meeting, you better bet I'm going to pick their ass up. I'm going to take them. If someone calls, I'm going to answer the phone. No shame, no judgment. But when it's money, things like that, it's a hard no. If someone says, I haven't eaten in 2 days, I'm bringing you a sandwich or I'm taking you to get food. I'm not Venmoing you. I'm not giving you cash, because I know that I was not going to use that for food when it was me. So that's a big thing. And I've heard the people talk about emotions, right? What I can give a moment momentum and I create chaos. I will fuck up a cup of coffee if you let me do it.
Right.
It's true. It's true. So, and I know there's a great acronym for pause. When I get frustrated, I know to be patient. And people say to pray, they say to meditate. The big thing for me is to just not react then. That's it. Definitely reach out to someone else that's been there before. I've heard some great things for some people here. That's a big thing. I'm great at isolating. Of course, people, places, things, I had to change all of those. I did great at isolating anything positive in my life for the last 6 years. I was running it really hard, folks, and we do recover. That's the thing.
We do.
But it's easy for me to be like, well, I'm going to mess this up anyway, or, that friendship's burned anyway. I had to be mindful that I can only acknowledge my actions and behaviors when alcohol or a drug enters my body. That's it. I'm not going to get a handshake. I'm not going to get a hug, and that's okay. you know, because I'm forgiving myself. The hardest thing to do for me was to forgive myself because I was a monster to positive, good people, my family, everyone, for 2 decades. And it doesn't have to be that way because I'm not picking up a drink or a drug today. You know, and forgiveness is for myself today and my future self. I heard someone say that, and there is truth to that. You know, but the boundary thing, no is a final answer. That's a complete sentence. It is okay to say no to someone. It
Yes.
shouldn't be a quid pro quo in life, whatever that aspect is. You know, one of my goals for January is to get at least one new friend that's not in recovery. I'm not saying that, you know, I have 2 people that have been in my life 35 years. One uses, one doesn't. But everyone that's in my life is sober in one form or the other. But that's what I need right now. Because my sobriety is still fragile. You know, I'm only, you know, 2 years and like 4 months, something like that. I just know that I just have to stay sober today. But what am I doing for my recovery today? I get my ass to a meeting. I talk to 1 or 2 other alcoholics and addicts. And I'm grateful for this platform. You guys are really saving me because I'm at work right now. It sucks. A bunch of people called in. The weather sucks here. And guess
Aw.
what? I am re-energized because of you. So I appreciate you and thanks for your time, guys.
Thanks for being here,
Thank you,
Luke. I
man.
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks.
you showing up like almost every single day. You're always full of the good words, as we call it, and you're always supportive. You're always positive, and you know, I like the things that you add. I appreciate you being here. It's just as much beneficial for you as it is for me.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
Mark
my boundary
or
would
Kels.
be, yeah. Sorry, was somebody wanted to
No,
talk?
you're good. No, let's go,
Look,
Kels.
I'm always running my mouth, so you know, I kind of touch till the end, let everybody get a chance, or I tend to talk over everybody.
Do your
But
thing.
Hold on, real quick, Kels.
my boundary,
Hold on, Kels.
a lot of
I
people
want to
know
give
my
a shout
story
out.
as far as me being born and raised in Baton Rouge, and I could not get sober in Baton Rouge. It took me literally moving a whole state over to get sober. So, I mean, even 3 years in, I still feel like, and I have not stepped foot in Louisiana since, you know, me moving to Texas and, you know, completely starting my transformation over and this, that, and the other. And I really feel like, you know, going back to Louisiana is a big boundary for me because, you know, everybody I know there is, you know, either in addiction or, you know, they've done past because of addiction. And, you know, as much as I want to help them, you know, I've completely had to take them out of my equation 100%, you know. Even family, you know, I've literally had to, you know, put up my wall when it comes to stuff like that. And I don't know if I'll ever get that, you know, wall taken down where I'll be able to go back and enjoy the things that I used to enjoy because I've always enjoyed them, you know, in addiction. So, I mean, so definitely, you know, like going back home to me is a whole boundary. Yeah, Melinda saying she's lost many in Louisiana. Yes. Baton Rouge is like heroin has completely 1000% taken over Baton Rouge. And that was it. That's all I wanted to share.
Can you guys hear me?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. I want to give a shout out real quick to there's someone in the comments that had like 13 years. Hold on, I had it up there. Okay. Yashi, January 13 years. Congratulations. And also Melinda was in here. I think she dropped her sober day 8/15.
Yeah, congratulations.
Melinda was in here. Congratulations, guys.
Welcome back, Jimmy. The topic is boundaries and the importance of. I was just telling Mumsy that the topic that we're talking about, and she's like, "That's a really good topic," you know. And she said, "There's also boundaries in the workplace too. I mean, there's all sorts of personal, professional, and recovery based boundaries that we can set. And then if I don't set those boundaries, I set myself up for failure, and I set myself up for spending too much, and I set myself up for not being, I don't know, speaking my truth and being present, and like all these things that I build my recovery on. So it is really such an important topic, and we all set boundaries in different ways. So it's a great job, Leanne. I think that is.
Yeah, and it was, I was going to say, it was always real easy for me to set a boundary. It was just really, really hard for me to stand on it.
To stand on it.
Follow through, yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I had great boundaries for a very long time, but
Yeah.
never enforced them.
Yeah.
That's why I like to say guardrails. You know what I mean? They're there
Right.
I think
to
that's
protect
really
me.
important that you said that too, because we have to value the things that we speak upon. Like we manifest those things, or like for me, I would want to set a boundary, but then I would kind of like let myself be walked over if someone didn't agree.
Mhm.
So it can be uncomfortable when setting boundaries with people too, because especially the ones that you love. Like I set a boundary with somebody, or with Mumsy today, like with my Mama Dukes. Know, I have my dad billed me cheap. I have a bad back, and I was out shoveling snow this morning, and I was told to, just be careful with my back. But like the winter just began, so I'm thinking like, hey, I don't want to get reminded about my own body every single day. So I came back in. I had to set a boundary. It was like, look, I know my body. I appreciate you. I know you're coming from a place of care and concern, but that still felt really uncomfortable, And we were able to talk it out, and she set one too, and. And quite in truth, she's like, well, I just am that kind of person. I will stop. We'll keep on, touching base. But we came to a better understanding. But that can be really uncomfortable to actually like sit down with somebody and say, my voice has value and I should be heard because these are the feelings. And if that gets devalued on any level, that can really make someone feel insecure about who they are or the boundaries they're trying to set. So yeah, like Kizzy, like standing up behind those values that you want to send other people, that you want to showcase, that's really, really important. I'm glad that you said that.
Well, and I also had to learn how to have those uncomfortable conversations, because
Yeah.
I can come across very blunt and very, sometimes when I'm passionate, I can sound very confrontational.
Uh-huh.
So I had to learn how to rein it in, get a little softer, and learn how to have those conversations to where it is it is reciprocated, and we're respectful, and it's a good productive conversation.
I like to choose to say collaboration rather than compromise, because compromise where each person has to give a little bit, but with true collaboration, we are both just coming up with a new solution that
Yeah.
we can both agree upon that serves both interests. And so, and I think it's really important when we do set the boundaries, because we have a chance to hear the other person in a new way and why they were acting that way with us in the first place. Maybe they're just bad at communicating, period, or maybe they have a hard time talking about their emotions and they lash out in different ways. And so being able to hear why they acted that way for you to even put that boundary out there in the first place will give you a little bit of awareness and understanding where they're at, and then thus increases our empathetic nature or sympathetic nature, and it kind of just calms and sedates the conversation, or it allows us to be like, hey, look, you might be a little off base because you're perceiving it this way, but this is really what the truth of the matter is. So it creates a better space for healing, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. You took a deep breath, Jimmy, like you want to say something. What's up, Jimmy?
Hello, family. My name's Jimmy Cormier, great recovering addict, alcoholic.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Boundaries. The bedroom that I'm laying in right now. In 1990, I was 2 years clean. And I carried my brother out of this bedroom with endocarditis. A month and a half later, he came home. Still had the Metaport in because he was still on IV antibiotics. He had to go in 3 days a week and get IV antibiotics. And I went to see my brother. He was staying here in town. He had moved into the motel. And I walked in the room, and he was using his Metaport for what put him in the hospital. And I had a choice to make. And I told my brother, I said, Scott, if this is the life you choose, then I'm sorry, but you're dead to me. If you decide you want help, I'm here. But I could not be a part of that because I knew what it was going to do to me. And I knew what it was going to do to my sobriety. Those were the last words that I spoke to my brother. It is what it is. But I had to stand on that boundary. I have no regrets. I have absolutely no regrets because I was true to me, first and foremost. And anybody that knows anything about me knows one of my favorite things to say is, above all else, to thine own self be true. And as far as those old playgrounds, I walked away from the game in 87, late 87. And to this day, I will not step foot in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. There is nobody there that I associated with that's still alive. I know this for a fact because for some sick reason I kept up with those people, kept track on them. That's part of my disease. But I also know that the streets that I ran on, the motels that I manufactured in, the buildings I drove by, those things are all still there. And I don't believe in triggers, but I do believe in memories. And I know that that's not a playground I need to revisit. So again, I have to keep those boundaries in order to keep my sobriety. Years ago, New Year's Day, my daughter contacted me. Dad, I need help. Within an hour, I was able to find her. Friends of mine were able to find her a 1-year inpatient treatment. I messaged her back, and her response was, "Fuck you. Stay the fuck away from me, old man." Uh, 7 months later, my daughter was dead. Within 3 months, I had found her, figured out where she was. I used to run a lot with motorcycle clubs, and I had people that I trusted that were keeping eyes on my daughter. At any time, I could have had them pick her up and bring her home. But what risk was that? She had already made it clear that she wasn't ready. I had to set a boundary for myself and allow it to be her choice, because I know when I wasn't ready, somebody trying to force me was going to do absolutely no good.
Yeah.
She would have ran. I would have lost track of her. And there was a possibility that my daughter would have been a Jane Doe. Today I know where my daughter is. I know what happened to her. And in the end, I was able to be a daddy. She was brought home, and she was given the burial she deserved. And today I get to be her voice. Boundaries aren't always easy, but they are always necessary.
Necessary.
With that, I'll pass, and I appreciate everyone listening to an old man ramble.
Thank
I don't know if
you.
that was rambling, Jimmy, but that was one hell of a testimony, and I appreciate you
Yes,
sharing
it
that.
was.
That's what we're here for, is to hear the deepness and the realness of each other's stories, because it we all have been in places that have similar feelings. We may not have been in these exact similar places, but relatable experiences. And I appreciate everything you just said, and I hope that for somebody out there that they were able to relate to it and just understand how what influence addiction can have on yourself and other people. And I just thank you.
Thank you for being so.
And I gotta go. I was waiting for him to finish. Bye, y'all.
Like, thank you for being so raw. I could hear, when you can hear it in your voice, it hits differently. I can't explain what I mean. But I could hear the realness, the rawness, and what you said about how you've set boundaries with your family and how you had to. And I just appreciate. I have no words. I'm sorry. I thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, 100%. So right now, yeah, she's messaging right now. Says, Jimmy, I'm muted and I can't unmute, but thank you so much for sharing that with me, with us. When we get over the hour mark, Leanna's computer likes to freeze, and unfortunately, that means that she is X from being able to for us to be able to hear her. So I love hearing you though, Leanna. You stood up tonight and you actually started going, and you also got real. Those emotions were like powerful too. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate what an awesome live tonight. Thank you everybody. If anybody has any like final closing thank yous, thoughts, reach outs, quick testimony, or whatever it might be. Now's your time as we are starting to wrap up. I'm not good at plugging in Leanna as good as she is, but we are here each night, weeknight, 7 p.m., weekends, 7:30 p.m. We're trying to do this every single day. We're starting to build a nice little community of people. She's on, let me just wrap it up and say she's like on every freaking platform out there. And then afterwards, she posts her videos. She also does a podcast Fridays and Saturdays. And if you're interested in sharing your story, reach out to her. She lines them up, and she's a great interviewer. Leanna's story is absolutely fantastic. I fully support her. Everybody else here on the platform on the screen, I recognize all your welcome, by the way, the newcomer. So glad that you got to be here. But if you have anything to say, now's the chance before we close out. And thank you all.
I just want to say thank you for sharing that, Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I want to tell Leanna thank you again for coming on and sharing your story the other day. It just was so relatable. Your emotions were, I mean, it was great. It was great. And I did not forget, well, actually, that's a lie. I did forget. It's an honest program, right? I did forget to send you, I downloaded it to my phone, but I will send it right after I get off here to you. Okay. I nearly lied, y'all.
Remember, no sorries.
No sorries.
No
on.
sorries.
I'm sorry.
No sorry.
I'm gonna remember
Sorry.
that one. No sorries.
Yes, I don't allow sorries on my live. Nope.
I got it.
What? You're back?
Yes.
Got it.
Like when after an hour it comes up and I have to drag the puzzle piece, and my computer is just, it's
Okay, let me tell you why. Because you have people that are not on screen. So while you're not on, if we have like, just say for instance, Jimmy, with him not putting his face in there, like every 45 minutes to an hour, you have to prove that your live is real.
yeah.
And then you have to drag the puzzle piece, and then that promotes it to continue.
And it could be also the comments aren't moving fast enough,
Right.
or things like that. It's just verification of authenticity.
I don't know if you can unmute her or not, Leanna, but Kendra said she has something.
Yeah, girl mom said she's muted, but she'd like to speak.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So, excuse the kid in the background, but I've had a
So Jerry came running. He heard your kid crying, and he thought it was like he came running from the living room.
I'm gonna try to say this without crying.
Oh.
Take a breath.
Do you just want to jump off the live and call me, Kendra?
It's okay, I got it. So
We don't have to hide from our emotions.
my little sister was found in a business dead. And this girl had been going around telling people that she gave her a hot. I know you got to be careful what you say on, TikTok, but she gave her something to hurt her. Well, I've been looking for this girl since 2020, and I so happened to get on Facebook, and I found this girl asking for help for clothes, and she's living in a borrowed car, and blah 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 blah. She just got out of prison, and she's done a lot of bad things in her life, and I didn't know it was her at first, so I'm like offering her help, blah 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 blah. like, hey, yeah, I got clothes, you know, and this place is hiring, blah, 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 blah. Well, I look at her name and I'm like, I've heard her name before. So I send it to the girl that told me that this girl had told her that, and so many other people had told me that, and they're like, yeah, that's her. So it's brought back a lot of emotions.
Is it true?
I don't know. Because on camera, they said it looked like she was running from somebody. And she broke into a business. We got into the truck of the business and did it. And a man had called 911 twice and said, you know, there's someone trying to break in. Well, nobody came. Well, if they would have came, maybe they would have got her before, you know. So she gets in the truck and she does it and she passes. So the guy finds her and calls 911 and says, hey, you know, I just found a girl, you know, that's passed away, and there's, you know, whatever. I mean, the story really don't add up, but like just for her saying that, like, you know, even if she didn't, it's just in me that I want justice. You know what I mean? Like, they said on camera that like my sister was running from somebody, like she was scared. She had 2 black eyes, like didn't even show us her body. This happened in like 2019, but it's brought back like a lot of emotions. And like I have a 2-year-old baby. My husband works a lot, and I have her a lot. And she's crazy. She's wild. She's feral, and I'm like losing my mind, man. And I just really needed this today. Like, I just really needed it. I love you.
Sorry, I can't hug you.
Like, this is my 3rd child, but the only one I raised because I was on stuff, you know. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going with it.
You're doing great, Mama.
Yes.
You're doing great.
All we can do is
From what I see from you, like, you're doing awesome.
And Kendra, like me and you, girl, I never thought we was gonna be sober. I never thought we was gonna be like for real. I didn't. I thought we was gonna be doing this.
Yeah, I thought for sure it would never be my sister. It would be me, you know, or my other sister, or us, you know, like. And it was her, you know, like, I don't know. And it just brought back a lot of emotions and like, and if this did happen, I want these people to, you know, I want her.
Told the cops, or,
The people that has told me, the people that has told me, you know, they said they don't want to talk to the cops because of the people that are involved are scary people. That's why I said, like, you know what I mean? My sister deserves that.
Tip or something. I don't know.
Right, like, I don't know. Both them people are in Claremont County Jail right now.
Well,
like,
now's the time. Then I dropped the tip.
Right.
Seriously, like,
and on serious charges.
If it's about just like finding out something like that,
it's like not like it's not like a rug case. It's a murder case.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's real life. Like,
and she was amazing person. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't deserve that.
hey, Tyler, that was not cool, dude.
I will tell
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a recovery live, Tyler.
I blocked him. Yeah.
Kendra, one thing that I've learned, and they say all this recovery lingo, I live by something. What's done in the dark does come to light eventually.
Yeah. Well, when I went to prison in 2020, and I had about 5 different women come up to me and tell me that the same story. But the people that, you know, that I've talked to, they're clean and sober now and have kids and are living good lives. So, you know, I thought like, hey, what's the problem with talking to the cops? You know what I mean? Like I talk to the police. You know, I'm not that
You ain't
person
got
anymore.
nothing to
You know?
hide, you know?
Right. And one of them was like, well, that's kind of snitching, and I don't want my name on anything, especially the people involved. They're big people, and you're supposed to be my friend. Like,
It doesn't even matter if it was your worst enemy. We're talking about somebody's life was taken. A
right?
young,
And,
beautiful soul, dude. Like for no freaking reason.
yeah,
That's a big difference.
and obviously at first they treated it as a homicide because they went to the jail and was questioning people. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know because I was in a sober living and I had Cadence, you know, and it like I just got custody of my 6-year-old back. I fought real hard to get her back. And then when my sister died, what did I do? I wanted to numb my feelings, so I relapsed. CPS shows up the same day, test me, and guess what? I lose what I've worked so hard for. You know what I mean? So, like, all that just brings back, you know, a lot.
That's a lot to deal with, and especially on your own. Like, man, reach out. I know, like, you're home and you have. We do these lives every night at 7. I was doing one earlier. Like, I will literally FaceTime you anytime. Like, if you want to breathe on the phone together, like we can do that, dude. We can let our kids
It's just
yell at
hard
each
because
other
of
on
her.
the phones, like
She
whatever.
is freaking wild, dude. Like, I
And
never.
just give yourself some grace as well, okay? I know that it's hard right now. I get it, but just give yourself some grace.
I'm like doing the dishes. She gets the salt and goes in her room and pours out the whole thing of salt. Like, I'm like about to have a little breakdown
I know.
here.
While we were on this live,
I'm
my
sorry for
kids,
laughing, but like,
I'm like,
Hey,
what
my
the
grandson's on here sometimes.
my kids were behind the computer here, like directly where I can't see them. They had got a whole brand new thing of paper plates, and every one of them was just like scattered around.
fuck? And I feel bad for yelling at her because she's 2. She don't understand. But it's like I'm like emotionally drained right now, and I'm like not here. You know, like. And I'm just snapping at her, but I apologize to her, but I don't, she's 2, she don't know, you know, but I don't know. I don't know.
Are you like seeing a doctor and stuff, like for your
Yeah.
psychiatrist? Okay. Well, maybe I don't know. I'm so sorry. I love you, and I'm always here for you, and anything that you need, you have all.
She's never even spent one night away from me. Like, none of my sisters have ever kept her. Like, she's never been away from me, ever.
Want me to come get her? I'll come bring her down.
Yeah, you can have her. You can bring her back.
She'll just
You can
mix
bring
in
her
with my
back.
little pack of wild kids that run around here. It's fine. Fly on my head.
And you know how
Wild?
I
I
deal
thought it
with
was
stress.
feral.
Like, I get overwhelmed really easy. Like, I'm not like your normal person. Like, I get like aggravated really easy. I get overwhelmed really easy. Like, over small tasks. Like, I flip out. Like, you know, and it's just like I don't want to take it out on her, you know, but like I'm struggling here. I'm freaking struggling. Like, not like I would ever use because that's out of the question. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the last thing that I want to do, you know, but I'm really mentally struggling.
It's okay
Like,
to struggle too. Like that's okay. And right now, what you're doing, like reaching out and talking to us, is like the best thing you could do. And if you get anytime, like maybe when she goes to sleep or she naps, just like journal or get on a live and pour your guts out, like because it helps. You know, it does. Like when you get off here.
well, I was doing lives, but I really wasn't getting a lot of people in there, so I was like, I'm like, I stopped doing it. So.
We're here, like I said, we're here every weeknight at 7. On the Friday and Saturday we do 7:30, and then I did a live early. Like I'm gonna start doing some through the day too for a little bit until I go back to work anyway. So just, I mean, if you're ever ready, yeah, like if you want to do a live, let me know. I'll jump on here. I'll hit up some people. There's always, we'll find somebody depending on what time of the day it is. I'll send out some invites. We'll get some people going.
I'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. She's
I
got a
really
good
appreciate it.
following,
Like
so
I
she has
haven't
an
gone on
amazing
TikTok.
community.
I haven't gone on TikTok in so long, and like I don't know what it was, but I was like, I'm gonna get on TikTok, and I seen that you was live, and I was like, oh my god, I need this right now.
I've
It's
been
just
live
like
for
God
3.5
or
hours.
whatever it was, the higher power, whatever. It was like you need on there right now.
Yeah, God is
I'm
good,
not
baby.
gonna
He puts you
lie.
where you need to be.
I was sitting here like, where the freak is Leanna at? I'm sitting here eating my little French fries, and I'm like, where's Leanna and James at?
I had been on before, like I got on at 5. I was going to do a live 5 to 6. And then right at 6, some good stuff happened and it just continued over. And then at like 6:50, James was like, do you at least want a break? And I'm like, yeah, let's jump off for 10 minutes. And then I took like a few extra minutes because I was writing down. I always I'll go through and send the newcomers a message and just say, hey, thanks, whatever. So I was writing down their names because I couldn't save them. But we made it. We're all here.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. It's hard sometimes because I got to do like dinner, dishes, bath.
We'll do it with you. Put us on here.
With him like working second shift, it's like he comes home, he goes to sleep, he wakes up, he takes a shower, and he leaves. Like it's like
Shoot, we can body double with you. Do all that while you're sitting here on the live.
freaking losing my mind.
Sometimes just listening
And
in
I
the
don't even know
background
how
to
to
various
cook.
people.
Like I cooked for me. Isaac cooked for me for 15 years. He cut up my steak, like and brung it to me.
I swear I was just talking about you the other day about burning water. I was like, I swear she burned water, like boiled water. She let it boil until the pan was burnt up. Like,
Yeah, like
So Melinda just asked what other platform or can't say. Yeah, we can totally talk about other platforms here. We give shout outs to everybody like Recovery with Kizzy. Check her out. She's wickedly early in the morning and has a great live. I was there one time and I'm just not hooked because of the early hour. It's like, a little bit before my okay time. But I loved it.
but she is
But I loved being
amazing.
a part of it.
And she does
Yes,
little posts that
100%
are great.
amazing.
Yeah.
And so Melinda's asking what time. So I've seen Melinda and she's been popping. So let's do one more plug in.
So, and I don't know if you might have been asking where I have it says we're live on other platforms. I do, like, while we're on our live, I have us live on Podbean as well. And it just gives me live hours on there for my, like, podcaster status. But,
oh my gosh.
then afterwards, I post all of these lives on YouTube.
Give me that.
My podcast can be found at Feral But Sober on YouTube, on Podbean, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And then also I do a podcast Fridays at 6, Saturdays at 1:30.
What's up?
That's everything.
I think you got most everything there.
And the podcast
And
itself can be
It says I got a
also,
violation.
Like on Apple Podcasts.
It says I got a violation.
Yeah,
I guess I did something wrong.
Yeah, I just canceled it.
I don't know what I did, but
They tried to kick
I'm gonna
Rachel off
jump
of there,
down.
too.
I'm gonna jump down. I love you. I appreciate you guys, dude. Like I needed that
Call me
like,
if
so
you
much.
need me.
come
I'm
back.
up late, dude. Yeah.
Thank
like,
you. I really appreciate it.
I love you.
Appreciate
I
you.
love
Nice
you
to meet
too.
you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, Rachel. I don't even know how to drop down. What am I doing? Okay, yeah, I do. I think.
There it is.
All right. Well, Jimmy, thank you for hanging out the whole time.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Want me to kick
How do I get all there?
The X in the upper right hand corner. There it is. Okay.
Oh, repeat
So
that.
can you repeat that?
Absolutely. So we are live here on TikTok every night at 7 on the weeknights, like Monday through Friday at 7. Saturday and Sunday we go on at 7:30. I'm gonna start doing random lives through the day. So just if you see me live, feel free to pop in, and you can always request to join the screen if you want. If not, hang out in the comments. I'd love to have you. Yeah, I'm on YouTube, Feral But Sober on YouTube. All of these lives are posted, as well as all of my podcast episodes and like some clips from that. Yeah. Recovery is the new vibe.
I'm just pointing at you because you're the shit. You know, you're awesome.
Oh, thank
This
you.
is your thing. You're just everywhere. I appreciate you.
I
And
appreciate
Melinda,
you.
check
I
us
have to
out.
call in my backup. I was like, can you just come in here?
You notice that we got up to like 30 something today?
Yeah, we did really like today was amazing in just this live too. Like, and we've had 814 people pop in, like views, 1,814 views. Like we like it's amazing. I really feel like we're helping people. Like it's, I love it. Like I've been live for 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Maybe, yep. Maybe set that little boundary up. No, I'm just playing. You rock it out, girl. You're doing a great job. And Jerry, if you're still there, you're also the shiznit. I mean, you're great, dude.
He really
And
is.
I'll never forget.
He's
I'll
like
never
running
forget. My
around
bad.
dealing with all the chaos. I'm like, I have to mute. I'm like, babe.
All right.
Guys, thank
Now's
you
a good
guys.
chance. Have a great night, Leanna.
Blessed
Bye.
evening.
Bye, Jimmy.